guys. Because I think we are about to get into our first game. We can see Hog Rider already deployed straight up this aggression. Oh, the minions, but I don't think, well, the Hog Rider is going to do at least one hit, because right as the Hog Rider was spawned, we saw an elixir pump put down, so that was kind of like, wow, there we go, there's some more electricity to take out these minions. Bomb Tower is going to completely ignore those minions, though. Bear in mind, they are airborne units. The question is, it's a matter of being defensive once again. These guys, I mean, that's quite a popular play. It's just kind of sit pretty. One thing we can see Jason go for the elixir pump right there just to get that little bit of extra of a bonus, which will maybe help him later on once we reach the double time. But at this point, every little helps. Now here we go. Here's the giant. This was kind of like the core of a lot of Jason's pushes, especially against Derek, which is the Hog Rider giant combo. Just this big health. The giant goes in first and soaks up all the damage.
We've
and the
seen
Hog
this
Rider
already.
does all of the damage to the objective. We've seen this already. I mean, that tried and tested combination of giant and Hog Rider. Jason getting so much mileage out of it before. And again, we can look at his units. He has relatively inexpensive units. He has both sorts of goblins. He has the minions good to go. I mean, like, you know, Elfe, my mistake on the other end, these very, very cheap units which you basically constantly pump out. So at no point are you ever without any kind of troop unit that can help you stop some kind of push. Speaking of which, the Hog Rider goes down. Does he have a building rate distracted? I don't think he does. The Barbarians are going to try and stop, but the Hog Rider going to get one. Oh, just going to die before he gets the second one. Milliseconds away from getting that extra hit. So it's quite evenly balanced right now. Here comes the Bomber again. I like the idea of going for a Bomber because we see a lot of people in this tournament go for the Barbarians, and the Bomber does a great job. Even the Bomber by himself outside of the tower. But then you chuck the tower into the mix, going to do, I mean, going to take some serious damage from the Hog Rider, but Barbarians are going to keep him alive, will they? Yes, the Bomb Tower manages to live to fight another day. Oh, a big push going in. Barbarians and Goblins. Minions going to go through. The Goblins are going to take some of them out, but oh wow, and there's the electricity. 60 seconds left. Here we go. Here comes the double again, going straight in with the giant, pushing straight past. The only thing that can do damage right now is those spear goblins that aren't going to do a huge chunk of damage by themselves. Good use of the arrows. Going in with the push. This could be the tower, Mustard. This could be it. The giant's going to punch it. 137 life. No, it goes down. Goblins are going to keep him alive. The Barbarians are going to counter this, but just chipping the life away over and over again. The Hog Rider is good. Elfe manages to deploy it. Going to run straight past minions. Wow, the lightning does a lot of damage. And more importantly, stunning those minions. That's going to be some free damage. But speaking of that, straight in with the counter-attack. In with another giant. Here comes the Bomb Tower just to try and get those single units by themselves. And once again, more importantly, distracting that giant from taking out that tower, which is very weak at this point. Now, up until this point, Jason's been saving the giant before it attacks. Is it going to survive? The arrows aren't doing much damage. Giant goes through. Great stun there. Might have saved a couple of... Is it going to fight? But that's going to go. 10 seconds. 8, 7. Just in this situation, these Hog Riders are going to try and go behind enemy lines. A 5 will just to try and do some of that damage, but at this point does not matter. Now, really, really well played from Jason. And again, the giant is what did it. Now Jason's just doing a terrific job of just keeping himself composed, because right then, if he didn't put those Barbarians down exactly where he did when he did it, the Hog Rider would have pushed through them, snuck past them, and then killed the tower. The fact that he managed to deploy early enough to body block the Hog Rider before he could get close enough to damage the tower is what saved that match for him. These players are good to go. We're going to be switching gameplay as soon as possible. Now, this has been a long break, so he's going to be thinking long and hard about the decision he's just made here. Straight into the cannon. Haven't seen that before. So he's just going to put it down defensively right now just to keep himself safe, but Jason might just wait it out. I don't know whether using that immediately was a fantastic idea. I mean, like, it's definitely an answer for the giant, you know, to pump out damage to that giant and the Inferno Tower. This is some hard countering towards the giant. He does not want to deal with this push. Really good stuff. The cannon's losing most of its health naturally. You see left the Barbarians go through. I do think the Barbarians, are they going to get destroyed or are they going to win this fight? It looks like the tower shooting them constantly, they are going to go down. The question is as well, will the Inferno Tower reach from this range? Well, there's another cannon going in. Hog Rider's going to go straight for it. The question is, does the Hog Rider go for the Inferno Tower after this? Yes, he does, but the Inferno Tower's going to make short work of him. Now, the immediate change that we can see Elfie's gone for is more defensive buildings that can just pump out damage. But he's still losing on tower health. That's the problem. And we can see Jason does have these elixir pumps just constantly giving him resources. Hog Rider goes through, minions aren't going to stop him. He's going to get a couple of hits before he dies. That was actually a really smart use of the lightning there. I mean, the minion army is... They've all pretty much one hit from death, so not going to do that much damage, if any, to that left-hand tower. So just getting that poke to try and put the momentum in his favor. I mean, there's only a mere few hit points separating both these. Well, right as I say that, they take more damage, but you know, the Giant's going to get. But here's that cannon too far to the left, but the Inferno Tower is going to block it. At the very least, Giant's going to go straight for the tower at least. Going to take some serious damage from it though. Yeah, he is going to get absolutely mauled by the Inferno Tower. Big damage on the Giant right there. But once again, I mean, we do find ourselves in a very, very kind of neutral situation. He's going to pop another one of those elixir pumps and just try and give himself the biggest benefit possible. I like the idea that he's used it right now because you have 5 seconds until his elixir will start doubling in speed, giving him bigger pushes and more units at a much faster rate. Here we go.
Hog Rider manages to sneak through, does another 2 hits. Basically, every 2 hits is taken about...
push.
Every 2 hits from the Hog Rider is taking about a quarter life away from the total tower's health. So getting that twice, it's already half dead. But this is such a huge push. The Barbarians go straight for the tower. The Giant is keeping the Inferno tower busy, so the Barbarians get some nice damage down.
That was a good amount of poke, but in this situation, Jason's still on the back foot. I mean, he has got less tower health. Here comes the Hog Rider. He's going to completely ignore his minions. Take a chunk of damage. Is he going to get 1 hit? No, he isn't. Tries to go in for the lightning just to go for that delay. Here comes the Giant push once again. We've seen it so many times before. Barbarians going in. This is going to be a big fight in the left lane.
But be careful now. We've seen the Inferno tower just went down. The question is, does LV have the buildings left? The Giants are just going straight past them, and they
That
all
could
die.
have been a game-changing arrow. Here we go.
This is it. The Fireball's not going to kill it. The Giant going to keep punching. Wow, 2 more hits. It's going to take the tower
He's
down.
not
One
going to
more.
stop. Here comes more of a base race going in. And they think they can stop it. The Giant's going to take the tower. And once again, just like that,
wow.
Hog Rider gets taken out. And it looks very much like Jason is going to be taking another
second Giant, just for a good measure.
Giants, man, they're doing it. They're putting in the work.
The not-so-gentle Giant's going to take 2 games up in the set. I mean, that was after a deck swap as well. Jason is just sticking with his guns. Giant is Jason right now.
Well, the thing is, the deck change has been beneficial, but right there at the end where it almost at that point didn't matter. I mean, so much beef that was going in, because obviously let's not forget that it's not just a matter of having the fact that you've got a Giant there. You've also got Barbarians that can soak up extra damage.
And the Hog Rider.
Everyone's using this Hog Rider tonight, and it's putting in a lot of work.
It's just working so well for him, Jason. I actually think Jason's got one of my favorite ways of playing that we've seen all evening. It's kind of breaking the mold. I don't know how popular the Giant is on the actual game client. I know, like, sort of researching this event, I haven't really seen it used too much leading into this tournament, but it's making such a big impact.
I think maybe that's
you have confetti landing on you.
Oh, do I?
It's yellow.
It's right in front of me. How about that? Now, it's also a level of, like, the fact that we haven't really seen loads of people opt to go for the Giant means that there's always the chance you can throw people off. I mean, he's been using it so much, and it's so crucial to his deck, but it's like you just said. Now, the thing we did see was Elfe take a lot of time. I mean, just like right now, where he's thinking about maybe switching out decks, and he said, what happens if he takes all this time to switch his deck out, but then he loses again? What do you do? And then
if that happens this time, the set's over.
Now, this is the dangerous situation because he's already attempted to go for a deck switch to deal with this Giant, and it didn't work in game 2 either. So this is a stressful situation to be in for Elfe right now, no doubt about it.
Okay, so they're both waiting for some elixir to build up. Remember, you do have a finite amount of resources to deploy. Big push coming in from Elfe, Barbarians, and the Hog Rider. Lightning is good on the minions, but they're going to survive.
Look at this, actually a very crucial lightning going straight past both those, just like that. Big damage on the tower. If he can keep that push going, he's going to be in a great situation. But here comes the counter-attack. I mean, that was an expensive push, but he is going to save the bomb tower. I like the idea of using the bomb tower because it's a distraction, but because he attacks in an AoE, big splash damage to handle these troop pushes that he's been going.
What do you think happened there, though? Because Jason kind of just didn't defend. He put some minions down, but nothing more. Do you think he thought that was enough?
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. The Giant is going to take that tower out, but not before the Barbarians make short work of him. Here comes the troop push that we see so many times.
Barbarians and Goblins on Spear Goblins. Literally a mirror match in the lane right now, but we see the tower's not close enough to damage them either. Barbarians didn't take that much damage. They are going to get a little bit closer. Question is, does the tower take any poke here?
Fight's definitely going to do a good job of just stalling the match. And he gets a couple of spears. I mean, that might add up by the end of the game.
And the Hog Rider's good question is, does Jason have anything to defend? The minions, they didn't do it enough last time. Is this tower gone? Oh, no, just... We see that quite a lot where, I mean, it's almost like his reactions have been quite late with that minion army, where he sees the Hog Rider, but almost puts it too late, to the point where the Hog Rider's already ran straight past them.
But you're always micromanaging your elixir, so maybe it's a question of, if I wait a couple more blocks, I'll be able to deploy this after, but if he waits too long, then his tower takes damage. He's down 660 health right now on his left tower. That's quite a dangerous situation to be in, especially when you're 2 games up. You don't want that momentum to go out of your favor. Back at this neutral situation, but once again the bomb. I mean, that's one of the extra elements of the Hog Rider that you can kind of outrun those bombs. And here comes a big push, 60 seconds left. This is where things are going to double. This is the dangerous point.
again for Elf. Also, can we talk about how when it's Hog Rider and a Giant, they're completely separate, but the Giant goes in first to take the aggro. When it's Barbarians and Giant, the Giant is always placed inside the Barbarian.
Very unfortunate placement though, because the Giant went completely past both those units, and he's going to be sitting really pretty right now. Is the Giant going to be able to solo this tower? There is no way he's going to go down before that will do it. The Goblins aren't being able to stop him. He is just marching on. 30 seconds to play defensive. And if you can defend that tower damage for 30 seconds, he's going to move on into grand finals.
All down to perfect minion placement. He managed to put the Barbarians around the Giant, so the Giant was just walking with a wall of Barbarian units around him.
That's just positioning, and that's high-level placement that you will only see at this level of the game.
This might be game. 10 seconds left. I don't think that's enough. This could be it. The Giant's going to go in. The Giant's taking all the aggro from the Goblins.
So smart, deploying it so that the Hog Rider has no follow-up. Running in, going for the Giant. He's going to take all of that damage.
Another 3-0. Jason is officially the most dominant player going into grand finals. Has not dropped a single match on his way. Not one match has this individual lost.
And let's not forget that Jason took out Derek as well. This guy has been on a tear this evening.
Absolutely.